Main event will determine the winner of the summer split. Here we go. Round 2, match 1, and Ducky with the momentum in the kickoff, but Charlesy happy to see this ball out for the Steelers. Stitch holds his ground there. Looks like he's in a Jeep tonight. Unless he's done his Fennec up a little bit. We've got the Fennec and the Octane running there for the Steelers as Ducky tries to throw his opponents off, but doesn't work as Lethal pops in. Steelers try to keep this ball in minion territory as Stitch demos Charlesy there, taking him out of the play for a brief moment. Lethal down the corridor, seeing how dangerous that is, but Ducky shuts it down. Charlesy's there to slingshot it in, but Stitch looking after his goal as he moves the ball forward to the left-hand side of Steeler territory. Centering ball shut down there by Lethal. Steelers holding their ground well. I just realized we'll get that up so we can see what's going on here in this epic match. Ball possession all in the favor of the Steelers at the moment. Minions holding their ground. It's a minute in, 0-all. Minions just keep putting the pressure onto the Steelers here, trying to crack that defensive steel wall we've seen the entire summer split. Can they successfully do it as Lethal tried some aerial maneuvers there, try and get himself into the minion territory. Minions centering board, connection missed there by Stitch. Lethal didn't seem too phased about that as he now moves it forward up in the air. Shut down by Ducky. Charlesy's there to keep the pressure on. Opportunity to open up here. Centering ball from Lethal. Charlesy shot veered over to the side a little bit and he bumps Stitch out of the way. Stitch gets around Charlesy. Now he gets around Lethal, with Lethal not being fooled. Cutting back in. Keeping this ball on left-hand side of field. Moving it down that way back to minion territory. 64% possession plays, 36 in favour of the Steelers. 0-all, nothing separating these teams as we go into the second half of game 1. Stitch moving this ball forward. Minions look very calm and composed. Lethal shutting down that open net. He knew Stitch saw that, but he wasn't going to let him get that. And Charlesy has his opportunity here. That will go in. Steelers strike first blood. Putting themselves on the board nearly 2.5 minutes into game 1. They kickstart the momentum they've been looking for. Have had the ball more than the Minions. Get themselves on the board, but the Minions have been right in the arm wrestle. Can they capitalise and put themselves on the board as Ducky missed that ball coming back at him. Charlesy tries to slingshot it in. Just beat over to the side and Stitch happy to hold his ground. Now taking on Lethal. But Lethal happy to let that shot, will guide that shot, across the field. Now we've seen the famous moves from the wing, cutting into the corridor from Lethal, and it's worked out for him a few times in the summer split. Looks like the Minions have done well to shut that down so far here tonight. The Minions don't seem afraid to take it down the corridor themselves either. Trying to get the ball down there as quick as they can. Steelers are holding their defensive steel wall up. Ducky's up for an aerial and he's in! Making it awkward for Charlesy. Strikes for the Minions and ties it all up. 1-all with 1:40 left on the clock. Ducky opens it up for the Minions. And he wins the kickoff to keep the momentum going here for Minions. But Charlesy meets in the corner, gets it over under Stitch, should we say. Now he takes on Ducky, centering ball. What a play from the Steelers! Calm and composed captain takes it down the left-hand side, up the wall, pops it over Ducky. Great setup for Lethal to strike and execute on that play. 2 points to 1, 90 seconds left on the clock. Steelers take the lead back in game 1. And the Minions pull this back to a tie. Will the Steelers assert themselves and get a 2-point advantage? The ball's where the Steelers want it. Minions are looking to clear this as Stitch takes Lethal out of the play. Veered over to the side there. And Lethal catches it up in the air. Errol Barber could be in. Reset attempt. That's going to bounce in for the Steelers. He'll guide it in. 3 points to 1. 1 minute 5 left on the clock. Taking both the Minions out of the play, and happy to see that ball in. 3 points to 1. They have that 2-point advantage they've been looking for. Minions have enough time to get themselves back in this game on the scoreboard as Stitch wins the kickoff. In a great spot for Ducky as he now looks to take this forward, and he strikes for the Minions. What a response! 8 seconds later, the Minions are on the board and pull this back. 3 points 2. In the low air, calm and composed from Ducky to guide that ball in. Minions right back in this game, trailing by 1. And go back-to-back goals. Nothing separates these two teams with 50 seconds left. Stitch takes a shot, but it's saved by Charles, who refusing to let that one go in. Ducky's there to shut down the forward movement. Takes Lethal on, but he holds his ground. Stitch is there to strike, and he's in for the Minions. They pulled this game right back. 3 points all. 41 seconds left on the clock. Stitch getting underneath Charlesy and Lethal there. Outplaying his opponents. What an epic start to this match. 3 points plays all in game 1 of round 2. Bumped by Lethal there, but Stitch happy to take this back in the Steeler territory with 30 seconds left. He sets something up, but just over to the side. Bit too much power, no one was there to guide it back in. Shut down by Ducky there, it looked dangerous from Lethal. And he keeps his pressure on the Minions. Ducky trying to flick it over, but Lethal shows him how it's done, and the Steelers are in. 4 points to 3 with 10 seconds left on the clock. The Steelers take the lead back in such an arm wrestle. 10 seconds left. There's enough time for the Minions to pull this back, but can they do it in time? Ducky passing the kickoff to Stitch there. Different play from the Minions in the kickoff. Charles clears out the left side of field with 1 second left. They're going to have to keep this ball alive. Shut down by Lethal. Ducky follows up, and the ball touches the ground as the Steelers claim Game 1. What a kickstart to the match. We go into game 2. The battle will continue. Here we goes. The kickoff win worked out there for the Steelers more than the Minions, but the Minions all over it. Sweeping up on the net, saved by Lethal. It's a great shot from Stitch as he's demoed in the corner by Lethal. Ducky meets it in the air as he pops it over. In the back corner, back left. Mason Steeler goal. Team pinch working out there. Not too much power, but it keeps the ball in Steelers half. Charlesy gets around. Now looking to come from the wing in the corridor. Ducky's on the ground, but Charlesy's in. Calm and composed captain slots it in for the Steelers and strikes first blood. 2 games in a row, the Steelers have claimed the first goal, but last goal was scored over a minute into the game. This time it was scored 30 seconds after the game started. How will the Minions respond? Could be a high scoring game in game 2. We know that the Minions in recent games have not allowed teams to get too heavy of a lead on them. Saved there by Lethal as a deadly shot from Ducky. Minions look to strike on the offense. Ducky takes it across the field, up the wall. Wall pinch shut down there by Charlesy. Demo's Stitch to take the ball. Ducky shuts that pass down. But the Steelers putting this pressure that we've seen in the summer split on the Minions. Credit to the Minions for holding their ground and not retreating. Keeping this pressure right back on. Returning it when they can. Centering ball coming in from Lethal. Stitch catches it. He's bumped out of the way. Touch not working out for Lethal, but lucky to veer over to the side. And he recovers in time to clear it as Ducky catches this, and he's just slowly pushing up on his opponents and trying to get them back to their goal line. If he can't, try and shut down their players. Lethal's in for Steelers' second goal. Minute 40 into the game. Dribbles it in, pops it up. Flicks it over as Stitch takes himself out of the play, and Ducky was in an awkward position there. Steelers with a good start in game 2, keeping that momentum going from game 1. Both teams know what's on the line. Whoever wins this qualifies to the major main event next weekend. Whoever loses is not out. They will play tomorrow. Oh, lethal! Cool, calm, and composed with some pace, power, and precision, using the wall to his advantage in that contest, and pops it over Stitch, who was coming at him with aggression to score a goal. Minions have the advantage in possession. 53% plays 47, but Steelers lead on the scoreboard. So Steelers being a lot more effective and efficient when they have the ball. Stitch is in and they stop the bleeding. The Minions are on the board. After nearly 2.5 minutes of being goalless, the captain comes in, gets the momentum rolling on the Minions side. Can they keep this going? We know what the Steelers are capable of, but the Minions are showing us they're riding this arm wrestle. They've got more ball possession so that they can become more effective, a bit more efficient with how they use the ball when they have it. No doubt we could be seeing a different scoreline. Calm and composed Charlesy shut down that speedy Stitch coming in. Took the ball away from him being lined up. Now Ducky has an open net opportunity, but this is a bit too far off, and the Steelers recover well past the Stitch. They keep the pressure on. Ducky keeps it in the corner as he's demoed there by Lethal. Stitch rotates back down round to defense, takes that ball away from Charlesy, keeping the ball in Steeler territory, pops it over Lethal, but hits the sidebar. Ducky just a bit too much power. Minions missing 2 opportunities there. The Steelers now look to take it down the corridor, but it looks like the Minions are getting to the Steelers here. The pressure is mounting. It's just a question of how long the Steelers can hold their wall up through this Minion storm. As Lethal shot on goal is in! The Steelers take a 3-point lead back over the Minions. Lethal shot dead set center, too far for Stitch to get. Minions still have the advantage in ball possession, but the Steelers continue to assert themselves on the scoreboard. How will the Minions flip this around? A great pass from Charlesy to Lethal, almost work it out. If that was in, but Lethal starting to pop off here, scoring his 4th goal in game 2. Not the touch that Stitch would have been looking for there, accidentally setting up Lethal to strike. 5 points plays 1. Steelers with a 4-point lead. It looks like the Steelers are in control here in game 2. Calm and composed, happy to outplay their opponents. How will the Minions flip this around? As Lethal looks for another shot on goal, shut down by Ducky, and he takes it up into the air, keeps it there. Could this be it? Off the backboard, but veered over to the side. Steelers making it very hard for the Minions to get themselves on the scoreboard, and they pulled the possession right back. Minions 51% to 49% Steelers with a minute left. It all but feels like it could be the Steelers game right now. You never know what could happen in 50 seconds. Minions can get on a roll. They need to score 4 goals, and that's quite a gap with the time that's left. This is another goal on the board for the Steelers. 6 points to 1. 45 seconds left on the clock. That could have put the nail in the coffin for game 2. Strong performance in game 2 from the Steelers. Sees them in an ideal position to claim 2 games in this match. Ducky and Stitch looking to get some momentum under their belt going into game 3. Definitely wouldn't want to be clean sweep with 30 seconds left. Just a bit too high there from from Stitch, as he demoed Charlesy in goal. Ducky pops out. Was a great touch from Ducky to shut the play down from Lethal, but Charlesy looks calm off the wall. Just not the touch they were looking for. Minions happy to keep this ball in the corner, maybe get a goal on the board themselves. The Steelers have definitely claimed game 2 here. If the Minions can get a goal on the board, get some momentum going into game 2, the Steelers just don't seem like they're going to let that happen. And they will not. Steelers claim game 2, 6 points to 1. Will the Steelers go back-to-back sweeps, or will the Minions at least get one game on the board here in game 3? In about 5 minutes time, we will find out as the Steelers keep the pressure on the Minions in their half. Stitch down with the clearance in the Octane. This could be something. Ducky's there to follow up. Will it roll in? It veered over to the side there. And Charlesley trying to clear this down left-hand wing. Lethal's there, but an interference from Ducky worked out well. This could be something for the Minions. Stitch just missed the ideal connection. Ducky wasn't there in time as Charlesley held his ground. Minions just not trying to rush it and throw themselves out of the play in that situation. And that contest worked out there for Stitch. Lethal just missing the connection. Slight little touch. Keeping himself in the play. Ducky, aggressive stuff. Shut down by Charlesley. Coming in at the last moment there. Minions have definitely tightened it from game 2. A minute in. No goals been scored. 30 seconds in the game 2. Steelers were on the board at this point. So it still could be anyone's game. Demo coming in from Ducky on Charlesley there. Stitch looking to take up the ball. Ducky and Stitch bumping into each other. Centering ball. If someone's there, they can strike, but Lethal clears that. Great stuff coming in from the Minions to kickstart game 3. Got some plays working out for them, and they have the possession in their favour. 52% plays 48. So they can just capitalise. That's it for the Steelers. Lethal makes sure it does go in. And the Steelers strike first blood here in game 3. Just over 90 seconds into game 3. And the Steelers are on the board 3 games in a row. The Steelers have taken first blood on the scoreboard. Steelers now have the advantage. Oh, well, sorry. Possession is equal now, 50-50. With that play just starting back up. Minions look to put an entry on the Steelers here, but Lethal calm and composed in the corner. That jump working out from Charlesley. Now Steelers look to clear this. Both working out there to try and get it out of their half, with the Minions just trying to keep the ball in their half and suck them dry from any boost. Taking all their 100 pads. Ducky centering ball opportunity here. Stitch is there and he's in for the Minions. What a setup from Ducky. Stitch, the captain, executes off the play to tie it all up for the Minions. The captain steps up when needed. Oh, but a kickoff goal coming in from Charlesley to respond for the Minions. The Steelers. Not what the Minions would be looking for after that. They just got themselves on the board. And the Steelers show them why they should have the lead with this simple kickoff goal. But they keep this kickoff pressure on, winning that. Looks like there's a little bit of a grudge occurring between these teams here. Minions look a little bit more aggressive to try and overcome the Steelers. Will it work? As the Steelers seem to be a bit more composed under pressure. Oh, the touch almost working out for Ducky. But the save from Charlesley. Just a cheeky little touch with the back of the Octane. Worked out well there for the Steelers. Could have been seeing a very different scoreline right now. Stitch pops this up for a bit of hang time. Ducky goes up and meets it in the air. Lethal's there though to guide this ball back into Minion territory. Off the backboard, Stitch keeps it in the corner. Centering ball opportunity here. Saved by Ducky. Just nurturing that across the field, but the Steelers looking like they're putting a chokehold on the Minions. Ah, not the touch Stitch was looking for at all. That would not have been the way they wanted the ball to go, the Minions. He was trying to get it to go to the opposite side. But the ball went into goal. Charlesy wins the kickoff. 3 points plays 1. 2 goals from Lethal, 1 from Charlesy, and 1 from Stitch here in this game. 90 seconds left. Minions trail by 2. They need to get on the board as Lethal shuts that down. Shot on goal saved. The Minions threw everything at them there. The Steelers made sure that ball didn't go in. Lethal centering ball shut down by Stitch. Calm and composed Stitch looking to try and get over his opponents in a different way, but the Steelers just seem on top of their game here with a minute left. They have a 2-point lead and advantage. Lethal sends it deep in the Minion territory. Can the Minions pull it back with 50 seconds left? They need to get going now if they are, because we know the Steelers are happy to see the clock wind down if they need to. Lethal takes this down the corridor. Shut down by Ducky. Stitch is there to try and guard it. Risky play. Pops it up. Lethal's there. 30 seconds left. He shuts it down and keeps the ball in Minion territory. Lethal caught by Stitch at the goals. Steelers just putting the pressure onto the Minions defense here. Minions trying to clear it when they can, but an open net. The Lethal will strike for the Steelers. 4 points to 1. The Steelers have almost but certainly put the nail in the coffin. A 3-point lead. Minions looks like they have forfeited the match as Ducky has left. Steelers have won the match. That is unfortunate. That is not good sportsmanship, and we do not encourage that at all around Australian eSports Group and ATL Rocket League. Well done to the Steelers for your impressive victory, sweeping the Minions. And we will see you next week, Steelers, in the major main event. You have claimed the 2nd spot. The Mac Mafia and the Steelers awaiting their opponents. Well, the 2 other teams that will be in the major main event. We will see you all very shortly. Thank you for tuning into the first match, and we look forward to seeing you in match 2, or round 2 in the major qualifiers.